welcome to What's Tea Podcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get started. Hey, if y'all ready to get started, show some hands, show some confetti. Let's go. All right, we're just waiting for the cue for production for us to get started. Provided by Stark Productions. Y'all show some love, show some confetti. Give it up for Tony Stark in the building. Going to be handling all of What's Tea Podcast and Ashe Productions in the future. So we're really excited about that. All right, just waiting for him to come back. Tony, you there? Okay, I see some confetti. Are you telling me to go? I don't know, baby. Okay, all right. We're going to go ahead and get started. All right. Welcome to a special edition of What's Tea Podcast. I am your host, Baby Angel. Here with me are my special guests today. We got Sue to the Q, E-Class Lady, Unique Foxdale, hey. Lolly D. Give it up, y'all. Give it up. And Geek Mommy. Some heavy hitters in the house, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining us today on What's Tea Podcast. The theme today is healing for the mind, body, and soul. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Before we hop into it, we're gonna dive into the first segment, the first portion of the show. And the name of the segment is called our Spotlight segment. And our feature today is going to be none other than Miss E-Class Lady. Were you up? You muted?
You on mute, mommy. You on mute. I think she's getting ready. Okay.
Yeah, I'm over here trying to get stuff set up too at the same time. Y'all forgive me. I literally just got home from I just got home from work and everything, so I'm over here like, yo.
Welcome, Suki. It's okay. We get it. Look, life and look. This is the way. Hey, Linda. Welcome to What's Tea Podcast. And how you guys doing today? Well, look. While we're waiting for that, we could just move on, and then we could just slide in the Spotlight segment later on in the show, okay? So that's cool, because I know you're still waiting to get your body and everything. Okay, so let's talk about a few things. Let's talk about heartbreak and devastation in relationships. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this topic up first, ladies, is because it had everything to do with why I even decided to have the show. So I was going to have something political. In light of the recent debate with Trump and Kamala, which was, oh my God, crazy. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, right? And so I was going to have a political debate. But then I just decided, some things that I were going through personally and just experiencing some healing in those areas. And it just felt amazing. And so I just wanted to share that with the world. And not only that, but I also noticed that when you open up to people just a little bit, you realize so many people, I feel like all of us are all wearing masks. And if you just tap it just a little, oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how many people I just begin to start to share my story with, and they just begin to cry. You know what I mean? Just because they've been wearing that mask for so long. All it takes is just to know that you have a safe space. You know what I mean? Yeah. Something to open up to. And I realized like so many people are hurting. So many people are wearing a mask. And so I figure I might as well, I would love to do a show where everyone's just transparent and just talk about matters of the heart. Healing for that mind, healing for that body, healing for that soul. And it may not draw a big crowd, but I figured maybe today it'll draw the right crowd. So I hope everyone, who attends, including myself, receives some encouragement, receives some healing receives just some hope. If you're going through something today, first of all, I want you to know it's going to be okay. Second off, I want you to know that it's okay to cry. You need to cry. Crying is so healing for the soul. Men, I'm going to say that twice as loud for you. Or men, it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. It's sad that a lot of times, especially in our culture, our boys are taught, oh, you don't cry. Don't cry. You're crying like a little girl. But no, baby, you need that crying. That is a part of your healing journey. I want to ask my guest speakers here, what are some times that you guys have went through a major loss, and you don't have to dive deep into it. What is some a loss that you went through, and what were some things that you used to help you or learn to help you navigate through that loss, through that rejection?
Ooh, I have a lot. Where do I start? That's the question, is where to start. Well, I'm gonna be, if I may start, ladies, I'll go ahead and give a little bit. I'll even start with recently. So last year, 2023, was a very challenging year for me. Nobody really knew what I was dealing with. Nobody knew my story. Nobody knew nothing, maybe but a few people. But 2023, I lost my job and was struggling to try and find another one. And it resulted in the loss of my home. I had to sell my house. I had to rehome my pets. I had to really get rid of everything in my house. And that kind of lost right after the loss of a marriage. So in real life, I was married for 5 years. I divorced my ex-husband in 2020. Well, I left him 2020. The divorce was finalized in 2021. So I'm still trying to recover from that loss. And then on top of that, the loss of my job, the loss of my house, the loss of basically everything that I had tried to find peace in, and putting back the pieces to my life. So I was just like, God, what in the world? How do I deal with this? Because not only I don't have anybody else. I was in no relationship. It was just me. And trying to put pieces together, literally falling into depression, anxiety, losing sleep. I went days without eating. It was a mess, you guys. And I was just like, God, I know that there has to be something better on the other side of this, because this is too much. I know you said you put no more on me than I can bear, but this weight is heavy, and it's too heavy for me. It feels like it's heavy for me by myself to deal with. So the loss of identity from my marriage, so literally grieving, and in every stage of my life grieving. So grief just isn't with death. There's the grief in dealing. It's a major change in that loss, and just trying to find my way and navigate through that loss while still continuing to maintain how I had a smile on my face. So many people, when I tell a little bit of my story, they're like, "E, how in the world did you ever go through this?" And you're still you. You've never switched up. You never changed. You always smiling. I promise y'all, it was nothing but the love of God that pulled me out of what I was dealing with. And to be able to be where I'm at today, to sit, stand, whatever, to be where I'm at right now, is nothing short of blessings upon blessings from God. Y'all, I'm so humbled, and I'm just so thankful, because I could have taken myself out of here, feeling like everything was just crumbling around me, that life wasn't getting any better, that everything, I didn't know what else to do. But I found myself in a position, I'm just like, you know what, God, all right, I give it to you. I'm not doing this. Although I feel like I'm by myself, you said you won't leave me, so I know you're with me in the middle of this, and I have to just keep going. Now that's just a portion of everything, because I could have kept going, because there's just been a lot of stuff that I've dealt with over the course of time, just dealing with rejection and dealing with like I said, loss of relationships, not just my ex-husband. I was, other things in here too, being rejected by the military. So when I found out that I was diagnosed with PCOS, the Air Force didn't know what to do with me. So they just said, you know what, you've been a fantastic airman. Thank you for your service, but you can't stay anymore. They literally told me I had to leave.
Wow.
And so dealing with that form of rejection, dealing with the form of rejection from my ex-spouse, dealing with the rejection from my job, a lot of those different things, I found myself, they were just piling up and piling and stacking on top of one another. And again, just trying to figure out how to sift through and how to overcome those feelings of rejection, those feelings of abandonment, and being able to say, you know what, this does not define me. This situation that I'm going through, these circumstances, they do not define who E-Class is.
Yes.
So therefore, I'm going to continue and progress and grow and take whatever lessons I need to take from this and keep going forward.
Love it. Thank you so much for sharing.
I think you keep saying it over and over, and I don't even think you realize it, because even though you're using it in a different context, you keep saying this one phrase, like, I find myself, I found myself.
Finding myself.
That's the best way to do it.
So I think that's because that is the process, right? That's the steps. Those are the steps you have to take to get through those stages. You know, I mean, there's a lot of stages, and some people stay stagnant in one stage for so long before they can progress to another stage. And it really is on their own timing, and it has to be a choice, because loss is loss, right? And it's true, right? Whether or not it's a relationship, or whether or not it's your limbs, or whether or not it's a job, or whether or not it's your spouse or your kid, or something, anything, womanhood, anything. A loss is a loss, and it still requires the same type of steps that you have to go through in order to conquer it and to do what? Find your that's amazing.
Exactly. That's it.
Absolutely beautiful.
So I love the fact that you brought up finding yourself. In my situation, I'll just touch on one piece of it. It was losing a parent out of nowhere. It was sudden. We weren't prepared for that. And all of a sudden, one second, my son just got home. And then all of a sudden, I was placed in this situation that I never knew, without a parent that I've only known all of my life. So in that course of finding yourself, or in that course of finding myself, I had erratic behaviors. I mean, I was seeing my therapist to work through the grieving process. I was becoming more spiritual to understand what is on that other side, but I was also running away from the life that I had known, because I was a new person at that moment when I lost my father. So I had my house. Let me tell y'all, I looked around my house one day, and I said, I don't have a window that looks out to the front yard. I have a big house, I have a nice house, and this is just random, the randomness of it all. And I was like, I'm leaving this house right now. Now, I put my house up for rent and this is what they tell you not to do in therapy. If you look it up, don't make any sudden moves or anything like that. I put my house up for rent. I moved to my hometown country because that was an area of familiarization. I wanted to go back there, go back to where those memories were. And I went to a residence that I had in that other town. So I want people to also understand that in that course of finding yourself, it could be scary. I mean, I was like, I had
You
no
don't call
I
shadow work for no reason. It's a shadow because it's a very dark place. You have to go really deep, and
Mhm.
that's and nobody likes to do that. Nobody likes to go all the way deep inside and see themselves and go, "Hey,
Mhm.
I
Now
found
let's talk
you.
about
What are
that
you
really
doing here?"
quick.
You know, and so that's.
So, what is
I didn't want
shadow
to
work?
finish if she's not.
I'm
Her story.
sorry. I'm sorry. Because after she finishes, please, I would love for you to touch more shadow work because a lot of people do not know what shadow work is. I recently just learned what it was. But I'm sorry, Geek Mama. Go ahead.
Oh, no, no, no.
Finish your
I was just
testimony, sweetie.
touching on my experience in finding myself. In order to find myself, I stripped myself from everything that I knew at that moment to start over to build up. I gave away my furniture, just gave it away and donated to people. And I really started out in another city and to see how it was like. Now, a year later, I'm back in my home. I came back to it, but I needed that time for me to regrow
Mm-hmm.
myself, to change my way of thinking, to get clarification on where I was going. But yeah, so I would like to hear Sue's about shadowing.
Oh no, no. But before we get to shadowing, like I empathize with both of you because I actually went through the same thing when I was leaving my ex. I was actually at where I'm at now, and I lied to him and I told him that I was coming back, and I ran home and I ended up giving up everything that I ever owned. I mean, like I just like got rid of it. And girl, I used to have so much pizza, you know. But I purged. I purged and you think of like when you were talking about like, you were dying, and it's kind of like the same type of thing. We go back to the Bible about like how, you had to, you don't know that person. You were running away. For me, it was like purging, shedding, right? It's
Yeah.
always letting go and letting things go so new things can be receiving. And it'll,
Mhm.
I don't know. It just, I love that
No,
because in each
absolutely.
story, it's the same way. And, it's however we found ourselves to feel lighter, to let go, so that way we can move on. And that was the first thing I did. I went there and I was like, I just gotta go. I just gotta like get rid of it, get rid of it, just get rid of it
Yes.
all. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want it. I want new. I'm
Mhm.
done. Like, so yeah, yeah. So but back on
Mm.
shadow work. So shadow work is really working, it's part of regression therapy. So it it takes it's like going within, right? Like I have issues with anger, right?
Mhm.
So uh I've been working on anger for quite some time.
Me
I
too.
noticed
Me
that, yeah,
too.
I noticed that it was a problem, especially in my relationships, right? And usually, and it took me a long time to try to figure out what it was, this trigger that just like absolutely angers me. Um, but so I'm working on it, right? So it's like you get that emotion. You're like, okay, this emotion, anger. Where is this anger coming from? Well, this anger is coming from X, Y, and Z. Well, why is this anger from X, Y, and Z? Well, actually, if you really want to go to it, right, it's really going inwards, asking you
Mhm.
those tough questions and then answering it and following the trail. Ah, there you are. You know what I mean? That's why I feel this way. This is why my anger is going out of it. And then so once you start to really understand what emotions are trying to teach you, then you can start learning how to use them, right? And stop working through them, right? Because whenever we do things out of anger or sadness or hurt or pain, we're working through that. We're actually speaking through that emotion, that anger. So we're not really getting our point across, right?
Mhm.
Nobody's going to hear you because the other person is a person too. They're going to be defensive just as much. You know what I mean? So there's not going to be any
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
communication whatsoever. But it's going in and going, okay, that's why. So now I know that I don't like X, Y, and Z because of X, Y, and Z. So what triggers that? This triggers that. And now I know how to regulate those emotions. And that's just one of the, one of the shadow workings, because because the trail goes long. It goes through how you interacted in your environment, how you've been, throughout your life, which gone in your experiences, your parents, everything. It goes down the line, even goes down to your biological. Is there some chemical imbalances that are also causing these things? All these factors that go in it. And it's a very long road, but it's hard and it's Tetris because you open doors and you're looking at the mirror every single time and you're like, like darn, like, okay, I knew this one was coming. Let me roll up the sleeves, and you got to go in, and that's part of the shadow work, and that's part of regression therapy. And regression therapy is just really going backwards and doing more of like a backwards chaining type of neuro psychology to help you actually unpack those and release some of that, So yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you for sharing that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to switch gears real quick and head to the next segment of the show. One of the funnest segments, depending on what it's about. And the name of this segment is called Dear Baby. So Dear Baby is when someone writes in and sends in a letter and they want it to be answered anonymously while we're being recorded live. So this question in particular, it was hard for me to pick. This one, I chose this one, not because I favored the person, but because the question was near and dear to my heart, just because of some things that I went through recently. Okay, I'm just going to read it. Okay. Dear baby, I'm going through something devastating. I just recently broke up with my boyfriend. He's been cheating on me. I'm not going to read the whole letter because it goes too into detail. Now, I don't want to say any names. I'm devastated. I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like, no, I'm not reading that part either. Okay, the person is talking about doing something to themselves. What advice do you have for someone who's starting all over again? I wish I was someone else. I don't want to be here anymore. This one brought tears to my eyes. Just because I know that place too well. And I would like all of us to just give some feedback to that letter. And then I would also like to, oh Lord, hold on. Zoo baby, this is an 18 and over event, honey.
I can respond.
There you go. Yes, and I was going to ask you first, Miss Lolly D, because we haven't heard much from you.
Yeah.
Welcome, by the way, to What's Tea Podcast, the one and only Miss Lolly D.
Thank you. The reason I can relate to that so strongly is I think I shared with you that I came from a domestic violence relationship, and I was in that relationship a very long time, and we had 2 boys. We also had a business that we ran together. We owned a home together. So it's a lot of commitment with the person to just walk away. You're not only giving up your marriage, you're giving up your home and your job. So it's pretty devastating. So I allowed myself, and I do put the blame on me for this part of it, allowing myself to let this person make this happen, in a sense that I allowed myself to sink and sink and sink. I had no self-esteem. In the end, I wasn't showering. I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to kill myself, but I also just thought, if something happens, maybe that's a good thing. That's how bad it was. And didn't wear any makeup. I mean, it's terrible. It was terrible. So when she says, I feel so terrible about myself, probably the relationship that she's out of is probably a really, really good thing, because he clearly wasn't giving her the message that she was valuable to him. Right. So the fact that he's cheating on her, which my husband did with several of my friends, you get to the point where you do feel you're worthless, you can't do anything, you're not capable. And I'm a really strong person. And so for me to get there, I realized it wasn't his fault. And I know that sounds odd that I got there. It was still my responsibility to not allow somebody to treat me that way, because you teach people how to treat you. You do.
Oh yes.
Mhm.
Oh yes.
You do.
Mhm.
And
That's one of my
every
favorite
time,
sayings. Oh
yeah, and
yes.
every time I allowed him to do what he did and then apologize, whether it be abuse me mentally, physically, cheat on me, whatever he did, where he would have those moments and then he would turn it around. A good abuser is very, very good at looking vulnerable after, like, oh, I need help. I'm the one, I need you. If it weren't for you, and so being an empathetic person, which is usually with a narcissistic person, those two personalities usually end up together, unfortunately. The empathetic person tends to forgive and, okay, he does love me and he just has problems, or she, because many males are abused as well. So she's saying she feels all that way. So all I can say to her is what I finally did. I finally decided, wait a minute, it can't get any worse. It can't. I'm literally ready to lay it all down and check out. I was literally there. So it can't get
Jesus.
worse. So now I had two boys,
Yeah.
right? And I decided that I really need to turn this around. I need to turn this around. So I just took baby steps. Sometimes for a person in a situation like that, it's all too overwhelming. It's just too much. So I always tell them, here's what you do before you do anything. You think about what you're going to do. So you're safe. You're still in your same patterns. Nothing's changed. You're safe. While you're safe, start thinking about what you can do. Start putting a little bit of money away. Start thinking, if I had to leave right now, where would I go? Right?
Oh, this
So
is so
is
good.
it this
Yes.
friend's house, that friend's house? Where would I go? Make a plan. Always make a plan. So before you do anything, just make a plan. The plan doesn't have to be completely thought out. It just has to be the beginning of a plan. You need to step on the road and start taking steps. And you'll be amazed at how quickly you gain strength in that. You start feeling better about yourself. Like, you know what? And talk about it. I went to counseling, and the first thing my counselor said is, I want you to tell everybody. And I said, what? Because I hadn't told anybody. Not one of my friends knew that I was being abused. Not one. Right? They thought we were this happy-go-lucky couple because I hid it so well. She said, I want you to start telling people. And I didn't understand why until I did it. As soon as I told that first person exactly what you said, they all came out as well. My friends started telling me, well, I'm kind of in a bad situation. I'm in a bad situation. I'm in a bad situation, which was odd. But even more than that, they would give you back the shock and awe of, what are you living in? Are you kidding me? And when your friend looks at you and says that to you, it hits you in the face that it is so not normal what you're allowing to happen to yourself. You don't even realize it, that you have sunk so far. So I know I'm talking a lot and I don't want to take more than my fair share.
No, this is what I want. No, baby.
But
yes.
what I want to say to women that are in these situations where, whether he's gone or whether he's there and you're just done. You're just laying there on the floor, done. Just have the thoughts first. Think about it. You don't have to do it. Think about what's possible. Think about that friend that's told you 1,000 times, you can come stay with me. She meant it. Go do it. You can't find a friend. You don't have any family to stay with. There are shelters all over the place. And they're not the ideal, most great place. You're with strangers, but most of the time they're loving. I worked in a shelter for a while. I wanted to know what went on there. I worked in a boys' home. When you get with these people that are in these same situations that you were, they understand it. They have compassion for you. They become your sisterhood, right? And so just get a plan. And if the plan changes 50 times, that's okay, right? But that first step. And also get into a group, read, get into chat groups, get people surrounding you. You need it. Even if they're just friends that you're sharing information who's offering you nothing, right?
Yes, that's important.
And one last thing, because I did want to get this out, that's really important. If you know someone in this kind of situation, it's so easy for people to judge. They'll look at you and they'll go, well, we all know she's being, or he is being abused. We've all told them to leave and they won't. So it's on them, right? So these are the friends that are telling you, get out, and they don't understand why you don't get out. I do. I understand why. You are so beaten down. You have so little self-esteem that you don't think you're worth it. You think you need to stay there for your kids. You need to stay there because where else would you be? So be patient with these people. When you have a friend or somebody like that, rather than tell them, get out, tell them, you know what? I'm worried about you. I care about you. I don't like seeing you like this, but you know what? You do what you got to do, and I'm here anytime you need me. That's the best thing you can say to someone in that situation. Because if you say, get out, they'll stop talking to you. They have to because they just think you're judging them too. So that's, that's what I would say to anybody that's feeling like that.
Good. I want to add to that.
Thank you for sharing.
I do want to give something that I think is extremely important advice to the anonymous.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I say, and I mean, whether you are religious and you believe that there's power in the tongue, or whether you are more scientific or spiritual and you believe that you produce energy, I would say that one of the number one steps for that person right now is to speak positivity to her life every day, even if you don't feel beautiful. If you wake up in the morning and you don't feel beautiful, you look in the mirror and you say, I'm beautiful. You say, I am loved, even if you feel like no one loves you, because you will get what you put out there. So when you're waking up, and you want to, you're feeling like crap in the universe. If you wake up every day saying, I feel like crap, you're destined to feel like it. So sometimes you just have to put it out there for yourself. So I recommend that. I do it in my life every day.
And you're right. It changes the perspective. I mean, my husband now, I'm married to a saint now. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better man in the world. I went from a man who told me every single day the most negative things you could possibly think of, to a man who said, I'm going to tell you every single day that you're beautiful, you're capable, you're smart. And he does. And it's been 6 years. And I'll tell you what that did. It made me find me, not make a new me, the me that was there, the one that got buried. She came back. The one who didn't even know what her favorite color was anymore. Right?
That goes into like my whole theory of like anger, like what anger had taught me was because of how my belief system is in my relationship, right? My masculine is my masculine. I want to follow. Now I'm not a follower anywhere else. Okay. I do my own thing because I'm my own individual. However, my partner, I want to follow. I'm going to follow your suit. And where you take me is where I go. And if you're taking me into anger and you're taking me into distrust and you're taking me in here, why would I want you to leave me? You know what I mean? So I think it goes back. It goes into that whole, like, finding yourself. Like, no, because I know what anger's teaching me. Anger's teaching me you ain't the one. Because you don't lead me right. Because when a woman is loved and she feels secure and nurture, she will follow and be that feminine that she is, which is loving.
You are a strong woman, I get, right? Right. You're okay now, and I would imagine all you guys are pretty strong women. And isn't it difficult? No offense, men, but it takes a special man to be able to handle a strong woman, right? And not lose himself. A lot of them get threatened, right? But there's a special man out there who can let you be strong, let you lead, let you do everything, and stand back there. And then when he's needed, he's there.
I think that's the misconception, right? Because I'm not like, I don't want my man to stand back there. I want my man to be here. Right, my man needs to be here with me. That's my king. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. He lets you lead yourself.
Yeah. Which flourishes when I'm in my feminine energy, when I'm being secure and I feel nurtured, like I feel protected in my 3D realm. Then I can definitely open up and be that flourishing female, that loving, compassionate, sexual beast that I can be. You know what I mean? That I want to be for my man. You know what I mean? Because he's leading me in security through that. And that's what I want for my partner. And like knowing that this is the reason why I was never going to get that from Omar. He was never going to be able to give that to me. You know what I mean? And coming to that conclusion of going, okay, now I know. these habits and routines, I know they don't lead me to where I want to go. I was getting resentment too. I was getting angry too. I was holding more too, because now we're on two totally different planes. And then when the incident happened, and this goes out to the person that wrote in, when this happened, and he was in jail. My contract ended up getting contract. It was like when it rains, it pours, right? You're going through your trials, your tower moment, whatever you want to refer to it as. And I was driving. I had to drive back. I was in New Mexico, and I live in Florida, so I had to drive back. And I remember driving down, and it was just this long road of nothing but desert. And I don't know, the music just started playing sad stuff, and it's just like, and in this moment, and at that time I was a speed demon too. Okay, I was like a really speed demon, and so I'm going down the highway, and for a moment, in that moment, I thought, what if I just let go of this wheel? And what helped me in that moment was I visualized memories of my brother and my mom and my family and my friends, and I visualized my grandmother and graduating and all these things, and then I immediately imagined them at my funeral. And I tell you what, that love was so strong that it was like, no. I was able to fight that, because that's what it is. That's the intrusive thoughts of despair and sadness. So if that happens, think of those things, and then and think of that love, and let that be your strength, in that moment. Because it was
Yes, baby. Thank you so much. And if I can, I'll even piggyback a little bit off of Sue. Because for me, one of the things that I felt inadequate in my marriage, in my first marriage, my ex-husband, like he would try, he would just say things, but the actions weren't lining up with what his words were saying. So there was a disconnect somewhere. And so I felt like, I even wrote a song about it. Like I have a song that's called Enough. And, I felt like, is my love enough? Am I good enough? I felt like I wasn't worth having someone stick around, because every time I would pour myself and just continue to pour, but nobody was pouring back into me. So I'm sitting up here wondering, am I enough? I'm sitting up here, is the love that I have good enough? Like, just can I, like, asking God, like, God, can I be enough for someone? Because after my ex-husband, I met someone else, and I fell in love with him, and thinking that he was everything, and he left me. And I'm like, God, like, really, what the heck is going on? Like, what is it about me? And so, like, losing my self-confidence, my self-esteem, literally just feeling like I just didn't matter. Like, I didn't matter to no one. This wasn't it for me. I'm just meant to be alone. Literally having those feelings and feeling like I am just not enough for anybody. But then I remember that I was driving one day, and I heard this song, and the name of the song is called Wanted by Danny Goki. And it was basic, like, I was driving in the car and I could do nothing but cry, because the lyrics to the song was almost like God himself. And forgive me, you guys, because I'm about to start crying. The lyrics to the song, it was basically God telling me, if you could see you through my eyes, you would know that you're wanted. If I'm not wanted by nobody else on this planet, if I'm not wanted by nobody else, I'm wanted by God. I'm wanted by God. And forget everything else. If God wants me, if God loves me past every mistake I've ever made, every stumbling block, every single thing, every shortcoming. I'm still worth it to him. Like, come on. Like, look, you tell me what person, what man, what woman, what child would sit up and lay their life down for you, give up everything for you. Like, to me, that, and I'm sorry, I apologize if you guys aren't necessarily spiritual, and I'm a God-fearing woman, okay? And so the thing about me is that I've come to understand that no matter what situation, no matter what circumstance I'm going through, because God said I'm enough, I am enough. And so therefore, like Lolly said, and Sue said, speak those things. Like Geek Mommy, y'all said it. Speak life into yourself. Speak positive over yourself. Speak those affirmations, because guess what? You were fearfully and wonderfully made. You are beautiful. You are absolutely who you were created to be. And it is our purpose to find out who we are and do those things that we need to do to get ourselves to where we want to be, where those goals and what we were fashioned to be. So my advice to Anonymous is, baby, you are worth more than you could ever think, imagine, or fashion for yourself. Baby, you are everything and more than what you feel. Because this is a feeling, and this too shall pass. I wrote another song. It's called Trouble Don't Last Always. This situation in your life, this stumbling block, this speed bump, is just a speed bump. You slow down for a minute. It sucks. Does it hurt? Absolutely, because we're human. But at the end of the day, this situation, I said it before, this situation does not define you. This man does not define you. People, you are who you are, and you are destined to be great. You are a child of God. You are a woman, man, whoever you are, anybody under the sound of my voice, you are who you are, and that's it. And you are enough. I love you. I don't even know who you are, Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous. Like, who you are, I love you, and I want to see you continue to flourish. This, like I said, this situation does not define you. I had to learn that from myself. My marriage, the things that I went through, just because one man didn't want me, don't mean that some other man don't want me. Okay,
come on.
Because guess what? I am a prize, baby. You are a prize, and guess what? It just takes the right person to claim that prize, and you be who you are, and that's it.
I love it. Yes. What a beautiful response. Give it up for E-Classy, y'all. That was dope. That girl, that gave me so much life. All y'all ladies, y'all just giving me so much life on the stage, and I knew it was going to be like this. Yes, all that healing energy. Come on. You know what? I see people in the audience moving around. Did you guys want to add to the conversation? Did anybody have any words of encouragement, or did anybody want to speak about something that's on their heart? Did you need advice or anything? Did you ever go through a loss and overcome that loss? Whatever you want to add to the conversation, feel free to come up to the mic. The floor is open. And we want to hear y'all. We want to hear y'all speak y'all's truth. Hey, Jersey girl. Hey, beautiful. Welcome to What's the Podcast. You are muted. We can't hear you, babe. We would love to hear what you have to say.
She had me tearing up.
Oh, this is so good.
Yes.
Jesus.
I'm gonna try to get through this. Okay. I agree about the affirmations. I do it every day. I put it on my mirror, and when I wake up, I just walk to it. And I just start saying, you're worth it. You're worthy. You're beautiful. You're loved. Because there was a time I thought I wasn't loved. And only person that loved me was my mom. That's what I felt in my heart.
I lost my mom 6 months ago.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God.
My best friend.
Oh, baby.
To where it was hard. It was like I didn't want to live. Like, my mom is gone. What am I going to do?
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby.
It's okay.
Go ahead. Let it out, baby.
I thought I was okay. But come to find out, I'm still not okay. Today, I was just angry.
And that's okay.
And that is okay.
And that is
I
okay.
miss my mom.
You're
so
going through
much.
grief. You're going through
Mhm.
grief.
Yes.
It's going to take time, a lot of
It
time.
is.
Uh-huh.
Some days are going
Yeah,
to be better
baby.
than
Yeah,
others.
But
right.
Some.
I've been telling myself your mom is better.
Mhm.
She's not in pain anymore. And all the stuff she went through, I was there with her for the last stages.
Oh my God.
My mom's passing is the reason why I refuse to go to any hospital because
Mhm.
of how she was treated.
My
I'm
God.
started
They
on
turned
that.
their heads on her and
Mhm.
decided to look at her at the last minute. And the last minute was too late because the next day, the issue, it was a big blood clot in her leg. The next day, they
Oh,
said
my God.
it
My
traveled
God.
to her lungs. And
Mhm.
I've been stressing to them, you need to check my mom. Something's not right. Oh, it's
Mhm.
okay. It's just because she was in the bed. No, I've had a blood clot before. I know what it does. Check my mom. They didn't want to. But with the grace of God, I hear my mom every day in my head tells me
With you every day, baby. Every day.
every day. She
Every day.
always told me, if anything you know in your heart, anything wrong happened to me,
Mhm.
I want you to seek justice.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
every
Good job.
lawyer turned their head. It took
My
one
Lord.
to take my case because the things they've done to my mom was horrible. And I
Mhm.
was there to see it all. And I'm just glad I was there to be with her. But I know she's there comforting me because there are times when I can hear her footsteps in the bedroom. Just,
Jersey
Mhm.
girl, can I ask you, are you in a grief group?
no.
My father-in-law, he just passed away too, but he was a grief counselor for many, many years. And he would tell me that when he'd get people in groups, there would be people that, suffered a loss recently, and there would be people who suffered a loss 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And unless you deal with your grief, either immediately or whenever you finally do deal with it, it will sit there. So I recommend, if you
Oh,
can
yes.
find a grief group, a lot of churches have them, find a grief group to get involved with. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience. You will be surprised how many steps you have in common with all of them, which gives you a little comfort, right? A sense of belonging. It's really important. And if you don't think you can do that, I would recommend that you get a book on grief and read it, because honestly, there are so many things that are repetitive. They're kind of out of order how people handle them, but you will recognize yourself in those words and in what those things people have to say, and it really will help you with your recovery.
What I've been doing is I've been writing letters.
Thank you, Lonnie B.
I write letters to her, letting her know that I love her and that I miss her. And I save those letters.
Mhm.
Um, that's my therapy. I even
What she
write,
wants more than anything is to know that you're okay. She's
yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yes.
She wants
Yeah.
to know you're okay.
her wish. I
Yes.
didn't know, but
That's
her
a mother's
wish.
need to her
Um,
child to be
Oh,
okay. She
yes.
needs that.
she told someone who's like a sister to me. I didn't know, but she told them to tell me that I just want my daughter to live her life.
Right.
She's been my caretaker. I want her to live her life, live her
Mhm.
dreams, live her success.
She does.
And I know, I mean, I'm doing it, but sometimes in the back of my head is like, okay, my mom is not here to see this stuff happen.
Exactly.
But
Mhm.
Yeah. And
She knows.
it'll never replace those feelings. No one
Oh
can ever
no.
really prepare no one can ever really prepare you for the loss of someone that close to you,
Right.
especially someone
Yeah.
as nurturing as a mother or any
Mhm.
type of
Yeah, a
parent.
child.
Mhm.
Um
Oh God, I
the
couldn't
thing is
imagine.
exactly. The thing is that
Mm.
we sit up and we be like, you know what? Yeah, we I mean, the human side of us, we definitely have that longing to be able to hug our parent or hug
Mhm.
our loved one,
Mm-hmm.
and because that's a natural sense, that's human. But the pain and heartache of knowing that they're no longer here, no one can ever really prepare you for that. And that's why Sue said it perfectly. She's like, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, there's gonna be days that are better than others, where yes, just the hearing or the thought process of what your mom would say in a certain situation would suffice. But then there are days where you long to actually feel her warmth around
Mhm.
you, and yes, she's not here, but at the same time, you just never no one can ever really prepare you for that type of hurt. And that's why it's good to be able to talk about it. And one of the things that I've actually learned through grief, because my pastor, she gave a series on teaching on grief. And the thing when it comes to the loss of a loved one is, instead of necessarily focusing on the negative aspect of death, focusing more so on the life of the individual, what it was that they accomplished, the positive moments that you have, those memories that you
Yeah,
have
the
of her,
joy
and
memories,
take
right?
the joy
Yeah.
memories and take that and use it in stride to say, okay,
Whew.
I'm drawing strength from this positive energy, from this positive memory, and say, okay, I have to do this. Okay, I'm gonna do this day. But then, hey, baby, it's okay to have a day where you're like, you know what? Bump this. I'm not doing this today. This hurts. And it's okay, and that is okay. But don't stay. I think the thing is we shouldn't stay there too long, because at the end of the day, and this was something, it was a hard lesson for me to hear, was that they've done their job, they've done their mission, their mission was accomplished. Sometimes my grandmother was taken from me too soon. My grandmother was on her way to dialysis, and the bus driver of her handicap bus was on her cell phone and ran the red light. And my grandmother suffered brain hemorrhaging, and she suffered silent seizures, so they medically induced her into a coma, and she never came out. So my grandmother, I felt, was taken from me too soon. And so that kind of hurt never goes away. But at the end of the day, I focus on the memory, because the week before her accident, I called my grandmother. It was in my spirit to just call her up and say, "Hey, Gran, what you doing? Her favorite restaurant was IHOP." So I said, "Well, let's go to dinner. I'm going to treat you to IHOP." And her and I just had a wonderful time sitting there talking over pancakes and coffee and soda and whatever. And it's in those positive memories that I think of, that I gravitate to give me strength to make it through the day. And
And
so in
um,
those positive
yeah,
memories, just be able to draw your strength from that too, baby.
I
I just
appreciate it,
Why
and
are y'all doing that? That's not even cool.
uh, I
I
feel
do
better. I'm sorry, geek.
Sorry. No, Jersey girl. I just want to say the reason why I said yes to Baby Angel about this podcast today was because I felt like um that losing a parent, I lost my father out of nowhere suddenly, has such a significant effect on your mental health, and there's so many things out there that you can utilize to navigate through this situation. I just wanted to let you know that if you want to connect outside of here, or you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. A big part of getting through this storm that you're going through is building an army to support you that might have experienced
Exactly.
it too.
Oh,
And
yes.
so I want to connect with you just to be an ear if you want somebody to vent to, if you just want to express, some of your feelings or, what you've gone through, to just get it out there. I can share with you on a more intimate level on how I navigated my situation, and I just want to help you. I feel for you right now because I remember being there in that place.
I mean, I know my mom today, but the accident took place. I started this new job, and come to find out, this girl who I haven't met yet knew my mom, and
Wow.
and she
Wow.
said your mom was so sweet.
Oh, you're
And
going to be able to
that's
share memories. That's
Mm.
awesome.
part 10 to my
What a lovely incident. Awesome. And I want to just touch on something real quick. Not everybody in the medical field is in it for the money, just the
That is very
ones
true.
that we work
So true.
for. But let me tell you
Mhm.
something. If anything that give you motivation is that you have no idea what your lawsuit can change for somebody in the future,
That's
whose
right.
life you can help, what laws we can create, what boundaries we can set by doing that, and do that in her honor.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Jay, we're going to hear it from you in one moment, okay?
My
We just wanted to
headset is
finish hearing from
dying,
Jersey Girl, okay?
so my headset is dying, so I'm gonna go.
All
Oh,
right.
it's okay.
y'all.
Well,
You're
thank
very
you. Thank you
welcome,
so much. Y'all
Thank
give
you.
it
Thank you
up for Jersey
Exactly.
Girl,
Thank you for
y'all. It
opening up
takes
your
a lot of
heart.
courage.
Jersey,
It really
baby.
does.
Watch out,
Yes.
nigga. Watch out, nigga.
Well, hold on one second.
Hang on. Make sure that
Lucid. Wanted to hear from JJ. You're muted. Hold up real quick, y'all. Give it up for these powerhouses on the stage with me, man. Yes, Geek Mommy, Lolly D, Unique Foxdale, E-Class Lady, and Sue to the Q, y'all. So happy to have you guys here. Hey, J Baby, what's going on? Welcome to What's Tea Podcast.
Hey, baby angel. So, you talked about just being able to talk about loss or open up on your podcast, and just the things that I heard on the stage. It kind of inspired me. This is something that I've been going through. That
Go ahead, baby.
It's okay.
That's okay.
You good, baby. Everything cry.
You in the right place. We here for you. That's why I
Right
said
place at
men
the right time.
especially.
For real.
Yes, yes.
It's okay.
Jay, you muted, sweetie.
so, um, I was really close to my grandma growing up, and
Okay.
she's been having some health issues, and the prognosis isn't good, and I haven't really figured out how to process that, and I haven't opened up about it. And I don't know, I guess I just wanted to be able to talk about it for a second. I feel like I just mostly hold it in, but I felt safe in the space to open up about that. Um so I don't know. I didn't really have that much to say. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to be able to talk to somebody.
I
No,
think
but
I
it's
think
good
I
that
might be
it's
able to
good that
offer you
you're.
one little thing
Hold
that
on.
that
Wait,
may or
let
may
me.
not be
I
help.
want to
I'm
just
sorry.
bring to attention real quick though, but I do want to acknowledge though real quick that you are acknowledging your emotions now. Right now, you got through that first step, that part of letting it out, and that's the good thing. Now we can go ahead and go to that.
Oh, all
I
I
just
was
want
going to
him to
say
be
is
aware.
one of the things that you might want to try, and I was saying you may be able to do it, but to try is to focus on her and her needs. Because if you're focused on her rather than yourself, even though all that pain's legit, you're going to feel all of it. You can sometimes escape the pain yourself because you're doing something good for her. Because as I told that young lady over there, because I'm older, right? What's more important to me than anything, I have adult children. I want to leave my adult children in a good place. When it's my time to go, I want to know that I did a good job, that they're self-sufficient, that they're happy, that they don't need me. They love me, but they don't need me, right? They can function on their own. Your grandmother probably wants those same things. So if you can give her permission that it's time for her to go, and you can tell her, it's okay, I'm good, right?
Right.
That will make you feel better, make her feel better. It's not easy, but if you can try to do that, what do you need? What can I say to you? Tell her the good memories, because that was most of her relationship with you, right? Not these times when she's sick. You have all those great memories, years and years and years. So start repeating them to her. I remember when you taught me this. I remember when we did this together. You'll make this woman extremely happy.
I'm so glad you came through and shared. Yeah,
That's it.
Jay, thanks for sharing, baby. Hey, light skin. Welcome to What's Tea Podcast. Hey, what's going on? What's tea, baby?
Well, I was first technically. Whoa.
Oh, you know what? That mic is off. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lucid. You were. Hey, welcome to What's Tea Podcast. What's tea?
So you gotta unmute him too. That's my brother. He knows about this.
Oh, y'all talking about the same thing? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of deep.
All right. Hey, welcome.
Hey. Why you keep hitting the laughing? Why you keep hitting the clapping button?
Because it's my show.
Do you? That's true. But no, I'm Lucid, man. What's going on, everybody? Tight shit. Damn, did nobody hear that? Come on. What's going on, everybody? Yeah. Tight shit.
Scott, what's going on, guys?
My twin brother. Yep. Tight shit. That's my twin.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Type shit.
So
What's
basically what we gotta talk about, like we just gotta make sure, because to me, what's important to us for real, we gotta micromanage everything. I feel like if you micromanage everything gonna be all right. For example, like diet, emotions, or even just like a process, like say like you at work, right? You mad and shit. Oh, sorry for cursing. Can I curse over here? Can I curse? That cool?
Yeah, you can curse her.
Okay,
It's so fucking okay.
Yeah,
You just gotta micromanage everything. Like you gotta make sure like you kind of write it out and put it out in steps on how the outcome might go. Because sometimes you having a bad day or someone else having a bad day. If they were just micromanaging everything and just going about their day like little by little, not a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? It's like losing weight day by day.
It's like what they say, what they say, baby steps. Baby steps every day.
Yeah.
It's the little things that matter, even in a relationship. The little things. Baby say she like flowers, get her flowers. It's the little things, man.
That's true.
Type shit. So that's why he say micromanage in a way to where. Never mind. I lost my train of thought.
I got you.
But no.
Yeah,
So
pick up on that.
micromanaging, I think I know what you're going with that, right? Because things always happen usually with habits and routines. Things that, you do consecutively have it's habits and routines. It's your habit and routine to get up and say to yourself in the morning, geek mommy, your affirmations, right?
Yes.
It's a habit and routine for me to wake up my eyes and say,
That's a fact.
okay, I'm gonna have a good day today.
Bless you.
You know what I mean? Like it's a habit and routine to do those things. So it is kind of macro managing in a way. However, everybody's brain is different, right? So everybody's brain is going to be organized just a little bit different. And I think organizing it to what is beneficial to you and understanding, and that's knowing more about self, right? Knowing where those parts of you lack. Like me
That's a
and my
fact.
mom, literally, it's my birthday weekend. And I got me a calendar because I double booked on indie tours like 4 times already. You know what I mean?
Micromanaging.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got to write it down.
Micromanage.
But it's those things. But that's
Mhm.
that is really good advice because
Yeah.
you do have to know yourself. You have to, in order to be able to plan things out for according to you and what benefits you, you have to know you, right?
Hey, twin, she
And
got it.
part of the
She got it.
grief
She
is
understands.
going through
Mhm.
grief is actually going through you have to go through those emotions.
Yeah.
You have to unpack
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
You have to get real with
Mhm.
Little
yourself,
by little.
you know.
Little by little.
He's on it.
Yeah. Hey, that's exactly what we were talking about.
That's what we
Even
about
like
to say. She done said it. Yeah.
something dramatic, like you lose a family member or something like that, like all the emotions,
Yeah.
you gotta go
Yes.
through each single step. You know what I'm saying?
Because like
Each
when you
single
lose
step.
a family
Just let
member,
time do its thing.
like when you lose a family,
Mhm.
hold on.
Yeah. It's a,
When you lose a family,
it's all good, twin. It's all good, bro.
you lose
I'll
a
say it for
family.
you. I'll say it.
Uh,
When you lose somebody, that could be the one person that you had to talk to every day. You know,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden that person's gone. You won't have that person no more in life. So it's kind of like, who else do you lean on? That was the one person in your life that you had. It could be your mom, your dad, your brother, or your close cousin, favorite cousin. So you got to make sure that you go through all the emotions little by little, not take everything all at once. Like you supposed to heal quick, supposed to heal fast. You got to take your time with it.
but you can't because they not.
Lucid,
Twin.
get
Black
your
box.
trolling ass off of my mic right now.
Fuck.
Take
You
somebody
finally caught
take his
on. You
goddamn
finally caught
headset.
on.
Take
Hold
his
on.
goddamn
Hold on.
headset.
But see, but baby,
You know what?
even
Hold
in,
on.
Whoa, whoa.
No, that's my
but you know
baby.
what
He
though?
plays too
Even
much.
Oh shit.
Angel,
wait,
I am
though.
so
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt, but I didn't realize we would be here over an hour, and I am so sorry. I do have to go.
Yeah, I
got
gotta get
somewhere I
ready
gotta
to go. I
So-
gotta get
Okay,
ready to
yeah,
go,
because
so
you
I gotta
have the
head over.
sampler tech.
I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
get over to the
yeah.
stand. But
So
I will
thank
say
you all
this
for
though.
helping me, having me.
I will say
Well,
this
Thank you,
though.
Thank
ladies,
y'all for
so
letting
much
me
for
talk.
coming.
Y'all have a good
No,
rest
I
of y'all
forgot.
night,
I forgot
ladies.
what I was gonna say, but
Yeah.
I'm
Good rest of y'all
grateful.
night.
I'm
Mhm.
grateful to
Me
this
too.
spot.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, baby
Yep.
angel, for
Yep.
allowing me to
Yes.
come and just speak. I mean, I know like a lot of times, like if you see me out here in the meta, I know I'm a little quiet a lot of times. So just being able to speak and impart words of love and impart words of life that would just be able to uh help someone, or just for, even if it is for a moment, to be able to impart what love and impart those things that would edify someone else's innermost spirit, to be able to give them even just the strength to say, you know what, I can hang in there for another day. That
Right.
means so much more.
I know that I can make it. Yes.
All right. Great
I
job.
appreciate that. Thank you so much. Well, you know what? We're going to stick around for a little bit longer. So let us say goodbye to E-Class Lady and Lolly D. Thank you guys so
Thank
much
you,
for
guys.
joining
Thank you. It was really
us.
nice meeting you.
We appreciate you guys.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
I love you.
Mwah.
I'll close in this gap. Ooh, not me on the
Here,
chair.
let me get this.
Jesus.
All right. You're over there now.
You know, right?
All right, guys. While these ladies are exiting stage left, we're going to get ready to wrap up this episode. But before we get into these cash prizes and this surprise aspect, I just wanted to know, was there anything from anyone in the audience? Hold on, Cap, sweetie. This is an 18 and over. All right, sweetie. I believe we've had this discussion before. All right. So, moving along. All right. Is there is there anyone that would like to add anything? Any last final thoughts? Unique Foxtail. Yes, baby. We didn't hear much from you. What's going on?
I had a lot of stories to tell, but everybody was like, I just let everybody talk first. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm sorry, Pookie.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh.
You got it, Unique.
You got this, baby.
Mhm.
kind of joking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay,
It's
feel your
okay.
feelings. Feel
That's
them.
right. That's right. That's
Like, I'm sorry, y'all. It's like I have all these, these. I'm sorry, my words are like really bad right now.
no, that's okay. That's okay. That's what this episode is for. Like Geek Mommy said, it's okay to feel your feelings.
Yeah, like I always had bad relationships. I've always felt like this ugly person inside, like no one ever wants me. And what E-class lady was saying earlier really touched my heart so bad. I just don't feel wanted, at times.
But that's good.
I mean,
though.
it's so hard to be so strong. I mean, I try to be a strong person so much, but sometimes it's really hard. It's really hard.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show you something though. But you heard your message today. It did touch you.
I did.
You do hear it because you are worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You do
You
amazing
are worth
things,
it.
yeah.
Oh, I love
I
that.
mean, I know a lot because it was like rumors that I was making fun of shaking baby syndrome. I never like make fun of someone's child, because I suffered 2 miscarriages myself, so I really hurt because.
Baby, that is on them, not
Yeah,
on you.
it just
People
really
are
hurts,
saying nasty, ugly things about you. That's on
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
Let those
because
words come out their mouth and
because
block that
sometimes
energy because it ain't over.
because a lot of people like what I'm like, oh, I get so happy. I'm like, oh, I'm about to have a baby. Then like a month later, miscarriages, and I had PCOS since 13 years ago, so it's bound to happen. And then I had these guys like, oh, you're too ugly to have a baby, and that it hurts. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't cry for a crowd.
Don't
but
be
this is really
sorry.
hard.
That is
nothing to
that
be
is
sorry
one of the things
for.
that I've learned with going through therapy is a lot of times we
That's
want to
good.
apologize for our feelings and the things that are organically happening in our minds and in our bodies, and you don't have to apologize for that because it's organic, it's natural. But I do want to let you know that I feel that it's so important. I'm big on support systems. I'm big on being mindful on who your company is and who's around you. Are you there, Unique? There are beautiful, just like there are rude and obnoxious people in this world, there are some beautiful souls. And your job while
Yes.
you're here is to collect those beautiful souls and have them all around you.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I don't interact with negativity. I don't entertain it. I keep a strong, positive light around me in friendships and relationships. And every day I wake up happy because I know that I have that support behind me. So just like you have those
Charles,
people saying horrible things, you'll find
muted.
some beautiful people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that what transpired me to become a bisexual per se. I never had luck with guys at all, so it really hurts, So
Mm-hmm.
and I have my good baby angel friend here. She's always been
She's
my
the
support.
sweetest.
I
She's so
love baby
sweet.
angel. That's my best friend. And Susie. It's my sister.
Seven Spice, did you have something that you wanted to stay? Hold on, let me turn on your mic, baby. Hey, there you go. Welcome to What's Tea Podcast. What's going on? What's tea, baby?
Unique, I think you are beautiful. I just clicked on your picture. You are beautiful. Nobody tell you different, baby. Chin up, chest out. You got this. F them people. F them people. You hear me?
Yes.
Jamaican me happy, my gal. All right?
Jamaica me happy.
You got this.
Yes.
Okay?
Gorgeous.
I just hate how people say, you made fun of someone, shaking baby. I said, I would never say things like that. That really,
Well,
it's
you know
like,
what?
it's just
That's coming from somebody who is hurting themselves. You know the saying, hurting people hurt people.
Exactly.
They do. They want you to hurt. You know what I mean? Because they're hurting.
They're trying
You're
to
talking about
offload,
somebody
darling.
who
That's
is.
all it is. They're trying to offload and project
it's like
what they're feeling.
it's like
There
taking
it
that
is.
it's like
It's a
escape off a
reflection.
scar and like just like
It's
you
a
know, it's
bully.
feel like a re
There
It's a
it
bully. That person is a
Exactly.
bully.
Exactly.
yeah.
Next time you see that person, you tell them you love them. Hey, how you doing? Good vibes.
Yeah.
Good vibes. If they don't have good vibes, get away from them. Always get
Yes,
around good people.
yes. People like that,
But
they
you cute,
love
girl.
the idea of
And you
knowing that they
chocolate. Don't
brought
let
you
nobody tell you different. You is
down.
cute, baby. Don't let nobody tell you different, okay?
Yes, and she is so beautiful
She
inside
is.
too.
Yes,
Like,
she is.
I mean, just so caring, so thoughtful, so loyal.
Everywhere.
You know that Leo energy. You know that loyal Leo. You are beautiful. And let me tell you something. You said something about being in a relationship and nobody wanting you, and I know that feeling, and I can relate all too well. You know what? But you know how I encourage myself. I remind myself that what God had for me is for me, and what God had for you will not miss
It's
you,
for-
baby. Period. What God has for you is for you. You are blessed and highly favored. Ain't no way God care about everybody else and he don't care about you. I just don't, you know what I mean? Ain't no way. Hey, Mia Moore. Welcome, beautiful. If you're speaking, I can't hear you, love.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
we can hear you
Hi,
now. Hey,
ladies.
what's T-Boo?
Hey, I just want to just say thank you to you ladies for just sharing y'all stories and just giving some words of encouragement. It really spoke to me. It really resonated with me as well. I can relate to a lot of the stories that you expressed. And I just want to sing a little song of encouragement because it's on my heart to sing, and I feel like it just.
Oh, wait,
you know.
please come on stage, please.
Beautiful voice.
Yeah, see what God had for you is for you. You was meant for that spotlight feature. Hold on one second. All right, y'all, give it up for the one, the only Mia Moore.
Okay.
There you go, baby.
Yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet, y'all. But it's just a song.
Take your time. Let them use you, baby.
Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to speak victory during the test. And no matter how you feel, speak the word and you will be healed. Speak over yourself. Encourage yourself in the Lord. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Y'all give it up. Give it up for the trailblazing, the angelic Mia Moore, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. I'm telling you, I needed that. Hold on, let me put that mic back down. Hold on. There we go. Oh my goodness. And yo, it's something. That song is so anointed. Thank you, Mia Moore. Thank you, my love. Oh my goodness. Wow, ladies. Well, it has been such an encouraging night. I don't know about you guys. I feel so much lighter. I shed a few tears. I feel like my head is up a little bit higher. My shoulders are squared back a little bit further. This has been very therapeutic for me, and I know it's been therapeutic for so many of our audience members. If this episode has been a blessing to you, just show some confetti. If something was said that was touched you, or you heard something that that really ministered to you, thank you guys. Okay, thank you for the feedback. I just wanted to know if y'all was feeling it, because I feel the vibe. I feel like all the vibes right now. I know I got all types of stuff popping out here. Hold up, we got the menu. There we go.
I gotta say hello to my sister Hacker. Hey Hacker, I see you.
Where Hacker at? I don't see Hacker.
In the green. Yep, there she goes.
Oh, I don't see her name tag. Hey, hacker. What's
she's been a lay of
going on? What's
encouragement too. So
T-Boo?
I love Hacker so much. She's a big inspiration to me too. She's a darling.
Well, okay, guys. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to do words of affirmation. And then we're going to do these cash prizes, this surprise asset. And then we're going to wrap it up and take it home. How did that sound to y'all? That sound all right? All right. So here's how words of affirmation are going to go. Somebody's going to say a sentence. The sentence is going to be encouraging to each person. And I want everyone to repeat that sentence. And when you say it, I really want you to really mean it. That's where the power comes from. When you really mean it. Okay, we're going to go around first. We're going to get a word of affirmation from each of these ladies on the stage with me. And then if someone in the audience, if you want to come up to the mic and give a word of affirmation for the audience and for everyone on stage here to repeat, we are welcoming that. I'll start it out, and if we don't have to go in any sort of order, we'll just go until there's nothing left to give, okay? All right, here's my affirmation for everyone to repeat. Repeat after me. I am very loved.
I am very loved.
Very loved.
All right, who's next?
I will go. I would say what I have been through is not a reflection to where I am going.
Oh, that's good. Where I have been, where
I have been through is not a reflection
of where I am going. I love that. I love that. Do you have a word of affirmation?
Yeah, you can say, I will see beauty throughout my day.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I will see beauty throughout my day. Unique, do you have a word of affirmation?
I am loved. I am beautiful, and no one can tell me otherwise because they're wrong. If it's negative, I don't know.
Okay.
That's beautiful. Okay. Don't mess around. That's what Tabitha Okay, we'll cut it short. I am beautiful and I am loved. Yes, and you are, and every last one of you are. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to add a word of affirmation for the audience?
Come on, Nick T.
If not,
All
that's
right, am I
okay.
short?
Nick
Do I feel short? Am I short?
Welcome.
So the one I like to do is I am who I am, and that's enough.
Ooh, I love that. Let's say that together, y'all.
I
am who I am, and that's enough.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you,
That's
Nick.
an awesome affirmation. Hey, don't play Nay, and y'all better not play with my sis neither. Hey,
don't play
welcome to Musty Podcast.
And you know what? We need to spread our BQM. That needs to be a tagline that we share with all your friends so that they know that they have a friend and other people too.
Well, what is BQM? Why don't you let them know something then, Ms.
That
Nay?
is something that myself and you and one of our other sisters started between the three of us, amongst the three of us, to help uplift ourselves, to know that women need to support women more. And you know what I mean? Because a lot of times we're the one that try to bring our other women down. And that's just the Beauty Queen Mafia that's going to help bring us together and raise other women up. And so I just thought if we could pass that on, that would be amazing. But kind of along those lines, I would kind of like to take that saying of hurt people, and maybe kind of put a better spin on it and say, how about healing people, help heal people?
Ooh, I love that. Let's say that one. That's a beautiful affirmation. Healing people, help heal people. Thank you, Nay. Thank you
Beautiful.
for sharing
Beautiful.
that. Beautiful.
Yes.
Hey, that's my bro. Big Charles, not the little one. Let's go, baby.
Charles, your lunch is ready.
Oh no, there he is. There he is.
Hey, I got the best affirmation for everybody. I know it ain't got nothing to do with y'all talking about. But I'm telling y'all, this is my affirmation on a daily basis right here. Right here. Money flows to me repeatedly, effortlessly, every day, and repeats itself constantly. That's my affirmation. Every single day I say that. And money flows from every angle that I can think of. Every way, every shape, form, or fashion it comes. And I'm telling you, that's the best one. Listen to it. It comes. When you say it comes, it comes. You have to believe it. And you have to
when
speak
you say it. Yep. When
You gotta believe it when you say
believe it.
You gotta believe it when you say it. And don't be looking for it. It's a surprise. It's a surprise when it pop up. You need to be surprised when it do pop up. Because it's coming. That's my daily affirmation.
Thank you. Well, thanks for sharing that with us.
Damn, then I can't even move. Why I can't move?
I don't know why. Baby. Make sure your none of your controllers are dead or anything like that.
No, my shit ain't dead.
Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
Maybe try jumping.
I'm still get with this.
Well, maybe if I turn it on.
No, there you go.
Okay. What's on? Okay. Thanks again, Charles. Thanks for giving us that affirmation. Now that was kind of lengthy, so we really couldn't follow you. But we can say money flows to me freely and effortlessly. So thank you, Charles.
Money flows to me
effortlessly.
Freely and effortlessly.
Yes. Love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into these cash prizes. If y'all ready, let me see some confetti. We're giving away two $15 cash prizes and a surprise asset, a fully furnished mansion never given away before here on What's Tea Podcast. So we are really excited about that. All right. Now we're about to give away our first cash prize. In order to receive the cash prize, you do have to have access to Cash App. If you are not here in the United States, you do have to have access to PayPal, okay? All right, let's get this party started. With the first countdown, also side note, guests and production are not eligible for cash prizes and asset giveaways. But Preneurs, give it up for our winner! Our first cash prize winner of the night. Congratulations to Prenora. Prenora, in order to get your cash prize, you'll just simply message me here on the Oculus or Instagram. Message me your Cash App or your PayPal, and I will send that to you in a timely fashion. Congratulations again. Don't forget to message me because I need that Cash App, okay? All right, baby. We're going to get into the second cash prize of $15. 15 shamakaroos. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it up for. Okay. Who's that? Cobra. Where you at? Oh, Cobra. Lord, I was saying Cobra. Give it up. Congratulations. Hold up now. He has to be aware that he got it though, because if not, we gotta keep it going to the next person. Cobra, you there? Cobra. If you're not there to claim your prize,
take your Starbucks, bro.
I think we gotta go to the next one.
All right, we gotta go to the next one.
Yep.
Sorry, Cobra. You have to be present to get your prize.
Oh,
4, 3, 2, up.
Oh, he just popped up.
1. Up, X9. We gotta get. I guess we gotta give away 3 cash prizes because Cobra just popped back up.
Cobra, you
Look
won.
at God. See what God had for you is for you, baby. Now that's for X9, Cobra, and Prenora, all getting $15 cash prizes. To get your cash prize, you have to message me either here on the Oculus or on Instagram and give me your Cash App or PayPal, okay? Cannot give it to you if I don't know where to send it to, okay? Y'all give it up. Shed some confetti for our cash prize winners tonight. But we have one more prize to give away. We have that surprise asset never given away before here on What's Tea Podcast, a fully furnished mansion. Come on, let's go, let's go. We're about to get this mansion, and y'all, this baby is bad. Specifically handpicked for tonight's winner. One. Give it up for Congratulations to the angelic, the beautiful Me Amore. Now listen, in order to claim your prize, you just simply have to create a blank world and make me an editor in it, and I will drop that off to you, okay? Do you know how to create a blank world?
I think so. It shouldn't be hard, right? You just go and
you just go into the create. If you can't,
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll help you out.
Thank
You're welcome. Give it up again for Me Amore, guys.
Oh, baby angel.
And that blessing came right back to you.
Can I do one more cash app prize for my $10?
Oh, all right. Give it up for Unique Foxtail, giving away one more cash prize.
$10.
All right, y'all ready? Let me see that confetti.
All right.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
we got it. Spin it again. Hey. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Aaron, 2.
Aaron, where you at?
Come on, Aaron.
Aaron, congratulations. Aaron, you playing around like you was a child. You got to show us you 18 and over, baby.
Can you talk?
Can you talk?
Yeah. Come to the mic and talk to us. I think they're kids.
I think they're children.
They ain't even supposed to be here, but we about to leave anyway. So, okay, you guys are kids. We got to do it again.
She's okay.
All right. So you're a child then? Okay, we're gonna assume you're a child. We're gonna keep it going.
Okay.
Side notes, this is an 18 and over world. I would kick you out, but we're about to leave in about 5 minutes anyways. All right. 2, 1, and
Nick T.
Nick T. Hey! Give it up for Nick T.
My Leo brother.
Congratulations.
Give me your cash app and I will give you your moolah.
Yes, Nick, just simply send your cash app to Miss Unique Foxdale.
Yep,
and she will give you your cash prize.
All right. Love you, Leo brother. Leo
Thank
twin.
you. Love you, sister. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, we're about to. Oh, wait, hold on. 7 Spice.
He don't know what he's supposed to be doing.
Oh, I think.
Oh, now you won $15 cash prize, but you have to have Cash App in order to claim it. Come up to the mic, sweetie.
Cute.
Y'all give it up for one of our cash prize winners of the night, Mr. Cobra.
Nice. Congratulations.
Hey, what's going on? Let's see, baby. Okay, so Cobra, in order to claim your cash prize tonight, you have to message me here on the Oculus or on Instagram and let me know your Cash App tag or PayPal information. That way I know where I'm sending it to, okay?
All right, I got you.
All right, thank you. Thanks again for joining us here at What's Tea Podcast. Well, that's all from us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you were encouraged. I hope that you were inspired. We will definitely, absolutely be having another rendition of this. We got to come back for part 2. This was too good. This was so good. I mean, when I tell y'all I needed this for myself, I am so, oh God, I feel so uplifted. All right, guys. Well, that's all. We love you. Mwah.